Hello, welcome back to the Jumper Show. Last time out, we were deciding what our favourite Weekend song of all time was. If you haven't watched that video yet and you're a fan of The Weekend, or even if you just like the vibe of this video, go and give it a watch. It's a great video, I think. Anyway, today we are taking a different route. We're going with a different genre, with a different era altogether. We're going with blink-182.
So both me and Joe, probably me more so, grew up like a massive emo kid.
Definitely more of an emo kid, but I was probably a bigger Blink fan growing up.
Yeah, for sure. I saw them live in 2012. Sorry.
Yeah, I've never seen them live.
Yeah, I don't mean to rub it in.
Yeah, listening to the songs in preparation for this really took me on a nostalgia trip that I really enjoyed. Rediscovered a lot of music that I forgot I loved so much, but also listened to a lot of music that I thought I loved. Turns out it hasn't aged very well. Specifically the first two albums, which is why they're quite underrepresented on this bracket. That being said, we like to think there's a wide range of songs from different albums, from different eras. We just tried to pick what are the best Blink songs. We don't have a song from 9 because that album sucks, but we have an song representing every other album. Just a little asterisk here, we're recording this less than a week after One More Time, the album just came out. We only have one song. I personally, so far, I really like the album.
Yeah.
But we only have one song, so there are a lot of songs on there that I liked, that we both liked, but ultimately we only went with one. And then there's other songs from, like, I think there are a lot of songs that could have made it on from Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and the self-titled album, and Neighbourhoods actually. We cut a couple from Neighbourhood. Songs like Easy Target, Asthenia, Online Songs, Kaleidoscope. There's a lot of songs that we really like from those albums, but they just didn't make it on because it's 32 songs and we had to cut it down. Still a lot of love to those songs, but we have 32 songs and we're going to decide which of these 32 songs is the best Blink song of all time.
Let's go.
The way this works, it's a tournament style bracket, 32 songs, single elimination thing, and eventually we'll come to 2 songs that will be the final, and we will decide out of those 2 songs which is our favourite song. So we have 32 songs. Starting in the first matchup, we have All the Small Things against Up All Night.
I know exactly what you're going to say. All the Small Things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like that's a classic. I really like Up All Night though, but it's a no-brainer in my opinion.
Up All Night's fine, I think.
All the Small Things has become a little bit, because we've known it for years and years.
I will say it's never been one of my favourite Blink songs. It's one of those songs that it's like so synonymous with the band that you just you can't ignore it. You know, the riff's really catchy and the chorus is also very catchy. Up All Night, I think there's definitely better songs on Neighbourhoods.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's better songs on Neighbourhoods that didn't make it into this bracket, personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast.
That's my fault.
So yeah, I'm going All the Small Things.
Going All the Small Things.
The second matchup is Reckless Abandon versus Stockholm Syndrome. For me, Stockholm Syndrome has always been one of my favourite Blink songs. I think it perfectly encapsulates that album, them kind of going down a bit more of an emo route, and I think they do it really well, and I think this is a perfect example of that. I do remember when I was younger thinking that the line "life's temporary, like New Year's resolutions" was like the most mind-blowingly deep line that had ever been written. You know, now I kind of think it's a little bit corny, but you know, It's still a great song. I think that they execute that style incredibly well on this album.
I've known all these songs for a really long time, but it's only since listening back to them over and over again. Reckless Abandon has really been growing on me, but still, Stockholm Syndrome wins.
Yeah, Reckless Abandon has a really good energy to it. I mean, it's another incredible example of Travis Barker's drumming. He's just an incredible drummer. Yeah. But yeah, Stockholm Syndrome to me is doing it. Yeah,
definitely.
Next up, we've got Carousel versus More Than You Know. So this is the song from One More Time. It was down to, in the end, One More Time and More Than You Know, and we ended up going with More Than You Know. This is the opening track on their debut album versus one of the singles off their most recent albums.
Yeah. I'm kind of stumped on this one a little bit.
Yeah.
Carousel, I love it. We were talking about where he's so off that it's kind of annoying sometimes. It just Tom DeLonge, by the way. But More Than You Know, really, really grown on me. I'm a little bit stumped on this one, I have to say.
Yeah, I distinctly remember the first time I heard Carousel, I hated it. The reason I hated it was because the rhythm of the song and the way that kind of Tom sings on that drum beat really was just very perplexing to me, and I didn't understand why he was singing like that. But it has since grown on me a lot, and I do really like that song. More Than You Know, I think, is during the whole rollout of the singles, it very quickly became kind of my favorite single.
Yeah.
The drums on that song are incredible, and I'm, once again talking about Travis Barker, but like that bit where it kind of cuts out and it goes do 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 and then comes back in again.
Yeah.
The mixing on the drums, I think, is incredible. You hear that snare so clearly. I love both of these songs.
Yeah.
I think we might have to flip the Vaseline.
God, I didn't think it would come this early. Okay, guys, let me introduce you to Vaseline Rosy Lips today. So the last video we had the blue one. Today we've got the OG Vaseline. Today we've got Rosy Lips. She's all pretty.
This came about because in the last video we couldn't find a coin, so we're just embracing it. This is our thing now. We flip Vaseline, and it's a thing.
It's so weird.
So if it lands on heads, which will be this, that's carousel going through. If it lands on tails, then More Than You Know goes through. More Than You Know.
More Than You Know.
It
Okay.
landed on tails, or the barcode. Next one,
Ooh.
we've got Not Now versus Down.
Ooh. I do have a clear winner,
Yeah.
but when I was growing up, I had blink-182's Greatest Hits, the album. Down is on there. So it's Not Now, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, those are my top two, I'd say, my top two favourite songs on that album at the time. Down massively as well.
Conversation about it not too long ago where you're not a big fan of the hook of that song.
Well, listening to it again,
Yeah.
and it's rekindled.
Okay.
But Not Now is just, I love the intro to that. I love it.
Yeah, I think Not Now is great. I actually rearranged this bracket because Not Now originally in the original bracket was going up against another song that I loved, and I didn't want to pick between the two of them this early. So
Nice.
I've put it up against Down because I do like Down. I think it's a great song, and I love the kind of deep register that Mark gets to on the down, 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 down.
Yeah.
I think it sounds really satisfying in my ear. But Not Now is a great song. So Not Now goes through
Not
over
Now
Down.
goes through. It is not going away anytime now.
See, I was going to say, I thought it was going to be Down's time, but it's not now.
Huh.
Let's just move
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Next matchup, we have I Miss You versus Go. So, I mean, I Miss You, classic. It's so memed to this point that it's like, I don't remember the last time that I came on shuffle or whatever and I thought, yeah, I'm listening to I Miss You.
I listened to it yesterday.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where Are You is such a classic joke at this point, but like I just think it really
I'm so
works.
sorry.
Like this is exactly what I mean about them going full emo on that self-titled album. I think it really works for them. The hook, don't waste your time on me. It's an earworm. Like it gets stuck in your head all day when you hear that. Go it's a really good song. It's got a great energy to it. It's very short though. I think it's just under 2 minutes long. I think I Miss You is the natural choice here. Okay, so it's I Miss You then.
It's I Miss You, 100%.
Good. Next matchup we have After Midnight versus Always.
I do like After Midnight. Don't think it's as good as Always though.
I loved After Midnight when it first came out, but it's kind of waned on me quite a bit. Always is a song that when I was younger I couldn't stand listening to because I felt like when I listened to songs about let me kiss you, taste you, made me feel like I shouldn't be listening to it. Going back to it in preparation for this bracket, it's made me realise that I actually love Always. Yeah. And it's actually probably one of my favourite Blink songs. For me, it's Always, and I don't think it's that close.
No question.
Next matchup, we have When I Was Young versus Anthem Part 2. So When I Was Young was a song that I hadn't heard in years, but then went back and listened to a lot of their old stuff in preparation for making this bracket. I listened to Dogs Eating Dogs. The rest of that EP, I don't think has aged that well, but this has. I think When I Was Young is great.
It wasn't on the bracket originally. You added it quite recently, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't on the original bracket, but I listened to that EP and I remember listening to that song and thinking, no, I really want to add this to the bracket. Yeah. Anthem Part 2, I think, musically is great. I find the lyrics a bit cringe. It's Tom DeLonge, who was 2001, I think, so he would have been maybe in his 30s, singing like, oh, kids are so misunderstood. Like, how would you know? You're about to have them. Like, you're not
Does
a
he have
kid
kids?
anymore. Yeah, I don't know. But like, you're not a kid anymore. I find it a little bit like disingenuous. And I understand that like that was the demographic that was listening to Blink, that it was the ones who felt like they were really misunderstood, and that's kind of tapping into that. And at the time, I loved this song, but retrospectively, I just kind of listened to it and I think, it's still a really good song, don't get me wrong, but I think that does knock it down a little bit. So I think, if I'm being honest, I think I'm going When I Was Young on this one.
When I first listened to When I Was Young, I wasn't a fan. Having listened to it again recently, I genuinely love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Anthem Part 2 is great, but When I Was Young, I can't stop listening to it. It makes me feel emotional sometimes.
Yeah.
Emotional, sorry, I should say.
Emotional.
It makes me feel so emotional. He makes me feel so understood, you know?
Who?
Tom DeLonge.
You're 25.
Don't expose my age.
So we're going When I Was Young?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. We have, next up, Dumpweed versus Dammit. Battle of the D's.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I always get these two mixed up.
It goes do 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 do.
Oh,
and Dammit is yeah, and Dammit is do 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 do.
I really love the drums on Dumpweed.
That album was the first album with Travis Barker.
Oh well, there we go.
And that was the opening track on that album.
Yeah.
So it's like a statement of intent for the drumming, really.
I find Dammit to be quite aggressive. Did you hear her?
PG, nice.
PG. I really like Dumpweed, personally.
Are you going Dumpweed?
I'm going Dumpweed.
Oh my god, I'm going Dammit.
Nah.
I love Dammit. I still love Dammit. I've always loved Dammit. It'll always be one of my favourite Blink songs.
No way.
And the reasons why you hate it is why I love it. The vocal performance is really it's really 100%, you know?
Yeah.
I really like that.
You know, if you feel super strong for Dammit,
I can't accept Dammit going out in the first round.
That's fine. Well, it'll have to go through. It's strong about
Dammit is in my soul. I'd listen to that and I'd be like, oh yeah, like that's a part of me, that song.
Okay. Oh, dumping Dumpweed.
I'm putting this on ice. Next, we have What's My Age Again versus Here's Your Letter. So I feel quite sad about Here's Your Letter going out this early, but it's inevitable, isn't it?
No, I don't think it is.
Really?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
What's My Age Again? I'm sick to death of it, honestly.
Oh, I still love it.
Oh, I'm sick to death. I skip it every time. Yeah, if What's My Age Again came on in a club or a bar, I would 100% vibe with it. But just everyday listening, Here's Your Letter. I love that song. Yeah.
Okay.
You look so proud of me.
I do. I love Here's Your Letter, and I would genuinely thought it was going to go out in the first round.
No.
That's such an emo song though. The opening track of the song though, like the opening line of the song is "Cut the skin to the bone, fall asleep all alone."
Yeah.
I would pick What's My Age Again.
You would pick it?
I would personally pick What's My Age Again. I love What's My Age Again. And
are you choosing What's My Age Again?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to choose Here's Your Letter.
I love What's My Age Again. One of my favourite parts on any Blink song is the last chorus on What's My Age Again, when the different vocal parts are all going up over the top of each other. I think it's amazing. I knew I was going to go with What's My Age Again.
Oh my god, right, okay. Yeah.
So you're going, Here's Your Letter?
Oh, I feel bad now.
No, go. I am not mad at Here's Your Letter going through if that's the way it goes.
Let's do it.
Heads is What's My Age Again. Tails is Here's Your Letter. Here's your letter.
Okay.
Here's your letter. I swear, every time it always lands on
It does.
tails,
It's so weird.
It? That's just the way it is. So it's Here's Your Letter. Maybe I should flip it more next time. Do like a, get some more air on it. So Here's Your Letter goes to over What's My Age Again. That's kind of crazy. Next we have Josie versus Man Overboard.
I personally am not the biggest fan of Josie.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I love Man Overboard though.
Yeah,
so that's a really
so
easy one.
That's so easy. Yeah, Josie is fine. But Man Overboard is great.
Yeah.
Next we have Going Away to College versus Apple Shampoo. Now this is Going Away to College is the song I moved away from being with Not Now, because I love Going Away to College and I love Not Now, and
But do you love Apple Shampoo?
nowhere near as much.
Oh, thank God, that's
Yeah.
fine. I
I know
really
you
don't like Apple Shampoo. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. I hate the way he jumps. Turn hurting. I hate that bit. It's all over the place for me. It's all over. The place.
I like Apple Shampoo. As I said, Dude Ranch and Cheshire Cat are albums that I feel have not aged very well. And I do think Apple Shampoo is one of the best songs on Dude Ranch.
God, then I dread to know what the other ones are like.
This is what I mean. Is like, I remember very distinctly, I think it would have been 2 years ago, walking back from the town centre to where I was living and listening to Dude Ranch and just feeling so disappointed because I hadn't listened to it in years, and I just listened to it. It used to be my favourite Blink album, I think, because it was silly and goofy and a lot of, you know, inappropriate jokes, but it's aged so badly in comparison to their subsequent albums. So yeah, I loved Going Away to College. I remember I went through a phase where I kind of rejected that I used to love emo and Blink and all sorts of, like, all that sort of music. Yeah. But I still loved Going Away to College. It was still a song that I had in my rotation, and it's still a song I have in my rotation, and I love that song.
Going Away to College is amazing, so that goes through easy.
Awesome. Next, right, so we have Bored to Death versus Feeling This. When Gemma first had a glance through this bracket, she said the only first round matchup that she picked out as like an interesting one was this one, as if it was going to be a difficult choice, as if Bored to Death does anything to rival Feeling This.
No, it doesn't, but I just really like Bored to Death. I think it's I don't know, I just think it's a really good...
You don't even know the words.
Save your breath, I'm nearly bored to death.
Okay.
And fading fast. Life is too short to last long.
Yeah, I hate that bit. Life is too short to last long. I just really don't like listening to that bit. Yeah. I think Bored to Death is a decent song, and I think it is definitely it's probably the best song of that era, like after Tom left. Feeling This is top 3 Blink songs. Oh, yeah. Probably.
I wish we could sing all of it right now and keep it in the video.
Yeah.
And yeah, we can. We've kind of decided that Feeling This might actually be our song.
Like, your song has to be like the first dance at your wedding, though.
Yeah, but this could be like
our...
like, get ready for action.
It was Feeling This. Feeling This is amazing.
Where do we go from here? Turn all the lights down now.
Yeah. So you came and went, how can you say you made anything different to anyone standing alone on the street with a cigarette on the first night we met? Look to the past and remember a smile, and maybe tonight I can breathe for a while. I'm not in the scene, I think I'm falling asleep, but then all that it means is I'll always be dreaming of you. What? Next one, we've got The Rock Show versus Wishing Well.
I like the melody of Wishing Well.
Yeah. The Rock Show necessarily does anything wrong. I don't think it's their best song. No. But it certainly does what it needs to. Yeah. Wishing Well is just like, the chorus is the cringiest lyrics.
I remember you telling me about this.
I went to a wishing well, it's sank to the ocean floor, cut up by sharpened rocks and washed up along the shore. I reached for a shooting star. It burnt a hole through my hand. It made its way through my heart. Have fun in the promised land. Something like, oh. Whereas The Rock Show does what it needs to do. It's got nothing on The Rock Show. The Rock Show's the better song. Yeah. Next we have M&M's versus Stay Together for the Kids.
This is no question. Stay Together for the Kids is one of my all-time favourite songs, probably ever. Wow. I have always loved that song. Always, always, always. It's just top. Easily one of my favourite blink-182 songs ever. Yeah, there's no question about it. M&M's, I went through... Again, Mark does that thing where, like, he's kind of bopping up and down a little bit, but it's not as bad as Apple Shampoo. So I can quite happily listen to M&M's.
When I was younger, I used to find the line, sometimes I want to take my toaster in the bath, really funny. Yeah. And I remember singing it out loud in the car once. And I was like, oh, this is the best bit coming up, ready? And then I sang it. And my dad was like, you understand what that means, right? I was like, yeah, he's being silly. But yeah, I do think Stay Together for the Kids is the better song.
Do you not love it as much as me?
No, I don't love it as much as you.
Oh, I love that song so much. I find it really sad.
I mean, I'm not a child of divorce. So
I am. That's why I like it. I can relate to it, I guess.
Stay Together for the Kids is the better song.
It goes through. It has to go. I feel strongly for that. Even
Yeah.
if you were going to Eminem, I would fight for that.
No, this is blink-182, not Eminem.
No.
It's Eminem's. Last two matchups of the first round now. First one is First Date versus Anthem. This is a good one, I think.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. First Date. It's a great song, but I really like Anthem as well.
Yeah, I love the riff on First Date.
Yeah.
And also the let's go. I found that so infectious.
This night's almost over.
I love Anthem though. I think it is very anthemic, funnily enough. I absolutely love. Don't pull this. I absolutely love the. Do you don't belong? You left your kids to carry on. I love that bit. I think it. I feel that every time I listen to it. Like I feel it fully in my body.
I
Can
still
I pick between the two?
Yeah. If
I think. Go on, you go first.
I'm leaning towards First Dates.
I'm leaning towards Anthem.
Oh, that's fine. I reckon we should flip it.
Yeah, let's flip it.
Yeah, because I'm happy for either of them to go through, really.
Yeah, I'm going to do a higher one this
I thought
time.
you actually...
Yeah, I'm going to do bang!
Start again.
Oopsie daisy. Okay. It's done it again. So it's Anthem.
Ha!
If someone can do like a scientific study on why whenever you flip Vaseline, it ends up lands heavy side down. This is why we shouldn't have done Vaseline.
Oh my god, it's because that's why. Because
Yeah.
that's got the oh my god. Oh, I don't want to give up the Vaseline. Anyway, Anthem goes
Anthem went
through.
through.
If someone can do a scientific study. No.
Alright. Last matchup of the first round is Aliens Exist versus Adam's Song. I've never really liked Aliens Exist that much. I said aliens. Aliens Exist. I've never rated it that highly. By comparison, I think Adam's Song is flawless.
Yeah.
I think it's easily one of the best songs they've ever done. Maturity beyond their time almost, because they ended up becoming... It was on Enema of the State, which was still quite an immature album, but they were still very much like perfecting their pop punk sound. Whereas on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket and Self-Titled, they really kind of nailed this more serious songwriting.
Yeah.
So it was a good indication of where they were going. But I think they nailed it on this song.
I do like the very beginning to Aliens Exist. Hey mom, there's something in the back room. Anyway, I like that little bit, but then anything after that is fine. And then Adam's Song, you cannot compare. That song is beautiful and sad and emotional and more. Yeah,
Adam's Song's a better one, and it's going through.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we're on to the second round of the bracket now. And the first matchup, I use matchup a lot, don't I?
You do.
Is All the Small Things against Stockholm Syndrome. All the Small Things is not as good as Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say is elite.
No, it's never been one of my favourites. It's a good sing-along, fun song. Whereas Stockholm Syndrome, I think, is great.
I really like Stockholm Syndrome.
So Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
The beginning reminds me of Turnstile.
Yeah, they were very heavily influenced by Turnstile.
Were they?
No.
Oh, don't be a dick. I was so confused then, because aren't they like, aren't they younger?
Alright, next we have More Than You Know versus Not Now. I mean, More Than You Know kind of did well to get past Carousel, I think.
Yeah, Not Now,
Not
definitely.
Now is the better song. Next is I Miss You versus Always.
I think we might. I'm going I Miss You.
I'm going Always.
I knew you would.
How are we going to do this?
I think we should just do that, try and catch it, and then display it. Oh,
that was top.
That's head.
That's I Miss You. You have When I Was Young versus Damn It.
When I was young.
Really?
Yeah!
Doing Damn It.
Oh!
Flipping.
I'm going to be so upset if Damn It goes through over When I Was Young.
Why? I honestly, before this, I thought Damn It was making final 8. Assumed that we both would have agreed on Damn It.
I'm sorry.
Next up, we've got Here's Your Letter versus Man Overboard.
Do you have a preference?
Do you?
I think so.
Is it Here's Your Letter?
Yeah.
I think I agree.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, no, I just saw the next one. On the Way to College versus Feeling This.
Oh, no.
Oh, how am I supposed to do this? I can't choose between them.
Oh, feeling this.
Okay.
What? Do you feel
No,
sad, though?
I would have felt sad if either of them went out. That's
Oh,
the thing. Like,
no.
I love both of those songs. I can suck it up. I can cry about it later. It's fine.
Okay.
Next, we've got The Rock Show versus Stay Together for the Kids. You're going to stay together for the kids,
100%.
aren't you? I think I'm
100%.
probably going to stay together
Yes.
for the kids as well. We've got Anthem versus Adam's Song.
Adam's song. Yeah, definitely.
I am adamant that it's going through. So we're on to the quarterfinals now, the final 8, and we've got some pretty tough matchups. The first of which
Oh
is
my
Stockholm
God.
Syndrome versus Not Now.
Do you have a preference?
Probably Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh.
Yours is probably Not Now. isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I guess this is growing up.
Oh my God.
It's heads again. See that now? We're doing it like that. It's
Ah,
heads.
Stockholm Syndrome.
So Stockholm Syndrome makes it through.
Yes.
Not Now is a great song though. We need to acknowledge that it is a great song.
It's just...
We both love it.
It's just not now's time.
Not Now, Gemma, okay?
Mhm.
Next we've got I Miss You versus When I Was Young.
This is a really tough one for me. I think I'm just going to have to let you...
Really? I didn't pick it in the last round. I didn't pick either of these in the last round actually. I prefer to listen to When I Was Young.
Okay.
Are you at peace with that decision?
Kind of. I think so.
When I Was Young is going through. That's crazy. I did not see it going through to the semi-final. I actually wasn't sure.
It just goes to show like how different our perspectives are to Blink.
I think the difference is because we both came to the weekend in later life.
Yeah.
Whereas we both of us, our childhood, we grew up with Blink.
Yeah.
So we have very different relationships with Blink because of that. Now we've got Here's Your Letter versus Feeling This. Here's Your Letter's had a fairy tale run this far, but it's Feeling This, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the final matchup of the quarterfinals is Stay Together for the Kids versus Adam's Song.
I have to go Stay Together for the Kids.
I'm going Adam's
I know
Song.
you are, and I'm sorry, but...
Okay, well then we're flipping the Vaseline. Heads for Stay Together for the Kids, tails is for Adam's Song. It's Stay Together for the Kids.
This isn't going how you expected, is it?
I am so surprised at how this has gone. I can't lie. This is so surprising to me. I guessed the final 2 on our last video.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be House of Balloons
We
versus
both
Faith.
knew, yeah. Actually, I didn't expect Faith, because I was surprised by myself.
I didn't expect When I Was Young to make the semi-finals. I didn't expect Stay Together for the Kids to. I expected Adam's Song to make the final.
But this is why I'm thinking I'm kind of okay with Adam's Song going through.
Vaseline has spoken, and the Vaseline is a cruel beast.
Mm-hmm.
But we must
It
abide.
loves me.
Have you noticed how since we've changed to the different kind of flip, it's been heads every time. Our first semi-final matchup is Stockholm Syndrome versus When I Was Young. Thoughts? None.
I think I'm going When I Was Young.
Really? Oh, because of Stockholm Syndrome.
I'm literally the worst
the Vaseline.
No, I think we should try and do this without the Vaseline. We should talk about this.
Okay.
Fight your battle.
Okay. When I Was Young is great, and the chorus is really euphoric, and I really do feel that chorus whenever I listen to it. But I also feel Stockholm Syndrome because what it does is creates an atmosphere. What it does in a very short runtime is creates an incredibly dark and moody vibe to the song, an incredibly heavy one as well. If I had to pick my favourite Blink album, it's the self-titled. The shift that they went in on that album, going more emo, is perfectly encapsulated in Stockholm Syndrome. It's the song that perfectly encapsulates my favourite Blink album, so therefore that's why I think it should go through to the final.
If it was Stockholm Syndrome versus Stay Together for the Kids, I would fight for Stay Together for the Kids.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I really, really like it, but I also really like Stockholm Syndrome. If I had to go somewhere, I would probably pick when I was young.
Yeah.
But that's not me saying, nah, that's crazy. Stockholm Syndrome is bad. It's not. It's a great song and I absolutely love it. I'm very, very happy for that to go through.
Okay. Stockholm
See,
Syndrome.
the Vaseline can't always predict, you know, or be the judge of our decisions.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to talk about it like big boys.
And girls. And they thems.
Yes.
Second semi-final matchup is Feeling This versus Stay Together for the Kids.
You know what I'm going to choose.
You're going to pick Stay Together for the Kids. You are, aren't you? I'm feeling this.
I would be sad, but Feeling This can go through.
The reason why I think Feeling This is better is because I like to listen to it more. But I think the structure of Stay Together for the Kids is verse, chorus, chorus, end. It kind of just goes really heavy, and that's the tool that they use, is to just go quite heavy. Whereas on Feeling This, it's verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, but then the chorus is, just like I said on What's My Age Again, the overlapping vocals.
I love that actually.
That outro is amazing.
Yeah.
And I love that whole last minute and a half, whatever it ends up being, of that bridge into the last chorus.
Yeah.
Is probably my favourite minute and a half of any Blink song. So I think Feeling This is...
Do you know what? I'm with you.
Yeah?
I'm with you there.
I'm really feeling this.
Mm.
I'm really feeling this final matchup. They're two songs that I love, both off self-titled album. The way I view this is, which song do you think encapsulates Blink the best?
Feeling This.
Stockholm Syndrome isn't that song, because it's very much a song for its time. I think Feeling This encapsulates Blink a lot more than Stockholm Syndrome does. Stockholm Syndrome encapsulates that album, but Feeling This encapsulates Blink a lot better than Stockholm Syndrome does, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think it's Feeling This.
I agree. I totally agree. I actually totally agree with you there.
Yeah. I honestly did not expect this to win.
What was your top two
It
predictions?
at all. I thought What's My Age Again was going to go really far.
What?
I thought it would make like at least final 8. I thought Feeling This would make at least the final 4, but I didn't think it was going to win.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of playing it out like this. It probably would have been Adam's song, and always would have made it further.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Feeling This winning. I love that song.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about making videos like this. That result is obviously the combination of both of our opinions, which are obviously very different.
It was so difficult for us each to sort of separate a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Like, we both had points where we were just like, you decide, I can't decide. That was great fun. And thank you so much for watching. We're working on doing like a 2000/2010s emo.
We want to do like a couple of little shorter videos as well, like quick fire videos. Don't know what those will be yet.
Subscribe so that, you know, you can find out when they come out. Life's temporary, like New Year's resolutions. So live it up. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful day.